And build a house. Haven't done one of these in a little while now, so you know, I thought it'd be a good move. And not only a house, this is actually going to be a modern mansion. Yes, that is right. It is also based off an LA house, which is a render, so it's not quite built yet, but the schematics are available. And if you really did have this kind of money, you could pay an architect to build it for you. So all the descriptions for all the pictures and the amazing house are just linked down there in the description if you guys want to check out the real life model of this build. So if we just F1 this now, I'm going to show you guys all the planning. So what you're going to want to do is get yourselves out some quartz pillars and place 7, and then place a black stained glass pane there. You're going to want to do that on the first block as well. Place 7, another black stained glass pane. Basically this pattern continues onto here, and then onto here, and then it continues round to here, here, and here. So guys, what it is it's 7 blocks and one of these, and there's an interval that occurs on this side 4 times, on this time 5 times. So now you guys got an idea of what we're going to be doing. So what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to get out some snow. Now we're going to bring this back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that, so it should be in line with you. And this is going to be where one of the walls is. And by watching Corrales' inspiration series, I'm sure you know who Corrales is. Most of you guys watching me probably watch him yourself. He gave me a lot of ideas recently. Him and Andy Ajoda gave me a lot of ideas for this particular project, surprisingly. And I had a really cool idea. Why don't we do double-sided walls, right? Because we could include twice as much detail, different feature colored walls, and it would just really give some life to the place. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come up 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, and just build this wall here. Then we will get onto the window positioning, which has been planned out already beforehand for you guys to save a little bit of time. And you know what, I think I should include some more planning onto my channel. So as you can see there, that is what that wall is looking like. What you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to get at these black stained glass panes. You're going to want to bring them up till they're 5 in height, like that. And in between these guys, we're going to have some white stained glass panes. And the interval is, if you guys know some really nice modern houses, they generally have one colored window, and then they have this kind of like little black kind of what do you call it, like it's usually lead, like lead in between different window panes, as you can see like here, right? That's basically what we are including there. Of course they're not super thin because it is Minecraft, you know. We have to build with thicker materials and be a little bit imaginative sometimes, but it still works quite well and it does look good, I have to say. So you're going to want to bring these all up to 5 in height, and once you've done that, guys, this is for the black, the white. Just continue this all around till they're 5 blocks in height, all the panes that is. I will see you guys back in a sec. See you guys then. So guys, we are back, and as you can see, the project is starting to take a little bit of shape now. You know, the house is slowly coming together, very early stages now. So now all you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get some stone slates. You're going to want to bring them up till 3 in height, and you're going to want to do this all the way around the build. So they're going to be like this. I'm going to skip this part 2, guys, again to save about 4 minutes of the video time, and then we'll be back again. Don't go anywhere. See you guys there. So guys, we are back. Welcome back. So I decided to make it 4 in height. I just think this gives it more of a definition. It kind of makes it stand out a little bit more and makes it look all that bit nicer, which really does count when attention to detail is put in hand. So guys, this video is going to be a bit of a skippy pause video, but what we're going to do now is we're going to have another skip. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing 4 layers of snow on top of this block. Now you guys are going to come across an issue if you don't have a server, and most of you guys I know will not be building this on a server. If you're building this on a single player world, what I'd recommend you do is leave the bottom as snow, right, because snow looks nicer than quartz, and then you go change the top here to slabs. So guys, once you have put the snow or slabs all the way around just on top. So basically all you do is just, you know, you place it all the way on top of this bar, all the way around, 2 in width, just like this one below. I will meet you guys back in a second. So guys, now that is done, we can start adding some really cool features to the build. Now, one of the coolest things I've ever seen on a modern house is a swimming pool, and you may be thinking, well, a swimming pool, is that really it? This isn't a normal swimming pool. It has completely glass sides and completely glass front as well, giving us a really interesting iconic look. I've never seen this design anywhere before, and I'm definitely going to trace down that Flows HD edit with the see-through glass without any borders, because it will just improve the general look so much more. So much more. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it all the way to the edge. So that will be this block here. It comes to right to the very edge of the structure, and we're then going to bring it all the way back to the other side and join it up, and then put some glass in. Oops. So there we go. So guys, what you're going to want to do now is leave it completely still like that. And another little thing to mention is, guys, we are going to be bringing this up. This wall is going to need to come up another 3, and this is just going to be moved up another 3 blocks. And that's just partly because the actual schematic suggests that this needs to be about this tall, and this needs to then be about that tall. Of course, the support will change with it. So no worries. What you're going to need to do here, getting back to this part of the build, is get some standard glass panes. Haven't used these in a while, can definitely say that. And these need to come up to 3, 4, 5, 6. About where the new height of these blocks will be. Actually, I need to say, yeah, about 6 should actually do it. Let's just check it out by just building one wall. And guys, you're going to need to do this for all the walls, and you're going to run into a little bit of a problem here. Problem that I could either evade or show you, if you are using World Edit, a different solution, which is if panes are connected to a wall, they basically go spazzy and they start connecting in different directions, which can look really bad. So what I'm going to try and do is stop that all from happening by either putting a gap here in between the wall, or by using a World Edit command, which I need to learn. And then I can stop that from happening, because I know Aquatus, a guy that used to make loads of my vehicle tutorials, he used to do that for some of my builds on Cube Creative, and it made them look so much better. So guys, you're going to want to place all the panes now on this wall, this wall, this wall, and this wall, so they should all be an equal height. Once you've done that, I'll meet you back in a second. So guys, now that is done, we have the garage / lounge seating area pretty much covered. So now, just to finish it off with some additional tweaks, what we're going to do over here is we're going to continue and build one more window, but on the other side of this pillar. So remember, 4 in height, there's snow, and you're going to want to come across 7 blocks. So 3, 4, 5, oops, get off, 6, 7, and make this 2 in width, like this. Just come across quickly. Snow slates admittedly are the most annoying thing to place, but I like to do some things off World Edit just so I can give you guys a better understanding of how stuff is laid out. Okay guys, so once you're going to do that, you're going to place your snow, or you're going to place your slabs on top, whatever, doesn't really matter, it's still going to look badass. And then just get out some snow slabs, and this is the amazing part, guys. See, on this server that I'm building on, which is my friend Smithers Boss's private server with Jawa 011, I've recently been granted access to build on here, because I think we're going to plan on making some kind of really cool, kind of LA style modern house mansion, mountainside place, and this is where this is going to be, of course, one of the best mountainside houses in the world. And it's just going to look ideal here. So as you can see, it looks pretty badass. And then So this is 7, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfection. That is looking awesome. You're going to want to get your pillars out again. Put them here. And I just remember, guys, we're going to have black stained glass here. So if you just get out your black stained glass panes, if you put them away like I did without forgetting, so easy to do that when building. Then you're just going to want to bring all of these up like so, and then just get out some white stained glass paints. And just join these to the top, and then we will have the other section. Yeah, so like I was saying, guys, this is a plugin which basically allows us to delete blocks from underneath snow, and it will just stay there. So handy. I'm so proud that it's on the server because it saves you so much hassle and effort. So now you're going to get some ordinary snow, and you're going to build this all the way up to this point here, where you're going to either put your slabs or you're going to put your snow here. 4 in height again, 4 in height, bear that in mind. Then we are going to have, what do you call it again, another wall, and this wall is going to be quite difficult to do. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring this across, I'll probably say in 2s, so we'll keep it there, 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here. And we're just going to have to play around with ideas here, guys, because this is going to be very difficult to create. 2 blocks here, and then again here. We're going to take a step back and see what we think. I think it's going to look a little bit blocky for now, which it definitely does. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out some quartz slabs here. I'm going to put them in between. See what that does. Does that help out form the shape? It does. Yes, it does. Definitely does that. So yeah, we're going to keep that, guys. It's looking alright, good enough for me. And we're going to just put some snow on top of this to equal out with the other height of the parts of the build. So like this. Yeah, I can definitely see this video being quite long. Probably about 10 parts. It's going to be awesome. So once you've done that, now the roofing, of course, will be exactly the same. Snow again, but you know, that's not the important part. You guys know that part of the build. We're going to get over here. We're going to connect some snow here. We're going to build a wall. So this wall is going to be, let's just work this out roughly, guys, because I have to look off a schematic. So I think this is going to be 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you going to be long enough? Yeah, it's definitely going to be long enough. Yeah, because you don't want to overdo it, otherwise it's going to look a tad weird. And just going to bring this back to that black line there. Black stained clay. Not black stained clay, black stained glass panes. Always get them too confused. Even though, well, I think it was 1.7 when they came out. Wow. And they really did make an improvement. I remember when everyone was like, what the hell are we going to do with these different coloured paints? Now everyone just went mental. Let's just fill this wall in here, guys. Just like so. And then we're going to start putting some of you snow on top. So 4 again, 4 in height. And just put this all the way across the top, and then of course we're going to do the flooring, and then we're going to do the roof for this small section of the build. And this is small, guys. The build itself is going to probably be about 15 times bigger than the area that we have built in, so all of us are going to have to go, but you know what, it's going to look insane afterwards. There we go. What do we think? What do we think? Damn, liking it a lot. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to get ourselves out some grey stained clay, the darker grey stained clay. Let's just remove you with some dirt, because we don't need dirt, that is unneeded. And you're going to want to bring this from here, leave a 2 gap in between, you're going to want to come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably say 8, so it's all even with them numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like so. And this is just going to be like a little walking area where you can walk past this. It's going to be a balcony. You know what, I think that should be 12 actually. Join that off like so. Then in the middle here we're going to have some of them tall ferns. Large ferns on this texture pack is actually the small ones. Place with our quartz slabs, or you know, whatever you're using, guys. And just put these inside here. I would use bushes, which was the rendered picture thing, but you see bushes are too blocky, they just won't work, and these ferns do look a lot more realistic. So as you can see, yeah, that works perfectly. Awesome stuff. So what you're going to want to do now, guys, is you're going to want to water that off like so. So it should be looking as something like that. Awesome. Okay, for the flooring over here, guys, we're going to use some simple snow. And what you're going to want to do, I'm going to come back about 1, 2. Actually, you know, let's have the wall around about here. Here, maybe? Yeah, that looks good. So you're going to want to get your light grey snake clay this time. It's a very, it's a mixture of different shades of from white to a darker grey, guys. You're going to want to come back about 5 blocks and leave a 2-gap door. It's going to be 3 in height. Looks about right. Yeah, definitely that looks about right. And you're going to want to bring this up even higher than our previous height. So let's see how many blocks we need to go taller than our previous ceiling. Let's just fill you all the way up. So you're going to want to come up about 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely going to be about the right size. You're going to see why all this stuff has to be different sizes and dimensions, guys. I know a lot of people watch tutorials just to see the final outcome, which I can tell you now is going to be mind-boggling, but it's all going to come together and create some really nice little features. I want to come back now to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What do we think about 12? This is going to come back more, guys, and ignore this mountain. 13, 14, 15. 15 for now. Let me just go remove this mountain, guys, and I'll see you guys back in a second. Okay, so we are back. So sorry for you nature lovers. The mountain is no longer there. We had to make space for the les build. But now we can continue with this wall. So we're just going to fill in this area for the time being, guys, and we're going to make it a little bit longer. Because the wall on the actual real render, which is I'm trying to keep it pretty precise to. Of course there may be a few minimal changes, but that's just due to Minecraft not being as realistic as it could be. We're going to put this back, I would say another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So we're just going to fill in this area right here. And then we'll move on to another section of the build, maybe at the front or maybe at the left side. Side that we need to work on more. So this build is actually very interesting, considering it uses some very unusual colors that I wouldn't actually see on a normal build. Green is an example for some simple supports, just to add a little bit of detail and color, and it actually really works effectively. I just don't know how we're going to incorporate it into something that is built in Minecraft. So one of the supports is going to be going here, guys. So now we have this right here. This supposedly breaks off into what will be bone meal, obviously tweaked bone meal, guys. I'm going to do the bone meal on camera to show you what I mean by tweaked bone meal. So if you place bone meal around, you'll notice this. In some areas, this case of bone meal actually isn't bad at all. It's almost keepable. It places too many things like poppies and too many flowers close together, and that can really give an impact on the effect of that you're trying to create. As you can see, we still need to fill in a few areas. Let's just fill around here. Eventually, guys, I have a landscaping plan where this will bridge down and this will bridge down, and it won't be so flat edged. But for now, this is what the landscaping looks like. It will be improving a lot, I can tell you though. So So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to get ourselves out some snow. You're going to want to come back to, and you're going to want to build up like so. On this, it's going to be coming up same height as this over here, so this wall. Just want to bring this up all the way across. So it should be in line with the height of that wall right there. Then going to want to bring this across. Should we have it 2 up, or would that look... You know what, I think that can be fine. Yeah, we definitely need it here. I'm going to bring it across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bit more, we say 7. I know it's not even, guys. OCD people, please don't rage at me. You know, 7 should be good. And then we're just going to bring this down like that. And this is just going to be one of the supports, guys, that holds a section of the house. It's very clever how the architect has chosen to design some features of this building. Really interesting and unusual, some of the designing features of this building, which you guys are hopefully going to really love. So I'm going to join this all the way up to this support here, which is going to be supporting the 2nd floor, featuring a swimming pool, outdoor seating area, lounges, outdoor TV area. We might have a outdoor cinema projector. You know, creativity can spiral off to wherever we want to push this build to. So what we're going to be doing here again, guys, is we are going to be having another one of these push features, strangely up here. Don't know why it's up here, but I guess it will make sense as the build goes on. It's going to be 1 block off, 3 blocks off this way. You're going to see why in a second. And this is going to come to the middle center of this build. It's going to be here, guys, 3 blocks either side. And then we're going to join this back like so. We're going to join this back all the way up to the wall face right here, so it should be joining like that. And you know what, I think for our sake, this is going to be a bit of an interesting design. Oh, I understand now. In fact, what we should probably do then is we should make this, just kind of makes logical sense to make it a little bit bigger, like to here, for example. This is going to be a balcony, guys. The bushes represent just that kind of nice little space in between the edge of the balcony and the seating area. And yeah, I just discovered what that was. Stone slabs now. Do we use... You know what, I think you could look quite nice because you're kind of modern, so we're going to use this. Let's replace it with a grass. For now, we're going to need that back in a minute. And just place this, guys, so it is just in the center here. That's how it is on the render itself. Got a plan for this guy here, so don't worry at all. Something quite clever that we can actually do around here, guys, so just delete around that block there, no issues. And you guys without World Edit can do this part too, so everything is all awesome. So let's just place this to finish it off all the way around here. Slabs are going to be slabs, so they're going to be placing all over the place, but you know what, we can fix it, no issues. And this is kind of like a designer flooring. You know, this is the sort of flooring that you would expect to see maybe up to a driveway of a really nice expensive modern house. Kind of that organized brick. Of course, Flows HD is designed to look like this, to just give some, you know, nice designing features. So guys, you may be thinking, oh no, we can't place a full block here. What are we going to do? Delete these 2 things here. And all you're going to do is you're going to get out some snow right here. You're going to replace it with bone meal. We already had it, so we didn't need to replace it, didn't see it there. And you're going to want to bring up right to this level here. Pretty clever, right? And then we're just going to get some slabs like that. Bam, bam. And you delete. Why do you delete? We have this. This shouldn't be happening, guys. Oh, I know why. Can we maybe... Oh no, it's not going to work. I thought it should work. It made sense to work, but... You know what? No issues at all. We can design a sofa around here or something like that. In fact, it's probably going to be a sofa. No worries, guys. No worries. So, what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to get out some bushes this time. Some leaves, but they should be called bushes, right? Definitely called bushes. And we're going to put some of these just around the outside edge, just like so. And we're going to tweak the design of this, guys. We're going to have like little design tweaks just to make it look a little bit nicer, because at the moment that's pretty, you know, it's pretty basic, isn't it? So we're going to have that like that, supporting randomly, very randomized shapes over here, which I do kind of like. It's really cool and interesting. We're going to get some snow now. Can you place, oh, you can place on, yes, this is going to work, man. And this right here is 2 in height, like so. And this one is actually going to be running through this section of the build, I believe. There we go. This is just one of the randomized designing features, guys. I guess it will all make sense as the build starts to come together. I have got the schematics, and this is what they're telling me. Now you're going to need some more of them slabs. What were you called again? You're cobblestone, aren't you? Yes, that's what you are. You need some cobblestone slabs. Just put it there. So it should be looking something like that. Okay guys, so what you're going to do now is, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill up this area. I will mark this area out for you guys of what you need to put snow on top of, or slabs. So let me just quickly mark this area out for you all. So it's going to be a bit too small. No, it's realistic, don't worry guys. This is going to be 2. So it's going to come to here, in line with that black beam there. You're going to see why later. To do with a swimming pool feature actually, so it's quite cool. Let's see how long this needs to be for. So this in fact runs through the whole build, this designing feature right here. It should actually run all the way up to this point here. So guys, what you're going to need to do now is put your stones and slabs and fill the areas highlighted. So all of this area, guys, is going to need to have this same slab pattern just copied all the way across to form a small roofing area. And once you've done that, I will meet you guys all back in a second. Don't go anywhere. So guys, we are back for like the 6th time today. So point to make white stained glass panes should be used instead of standard glass. Now I really do apologize if you've just gone ahead and used standard glass. I mean, it will still look fantastic. So if you had, you know, you don't need to change it. If it really is that much effort to change it for you, which yeah, it really is a lot of effort, then you know, you don't have to change anything. Do not worry at all. It will still hopefully look completely badass. The reason for this is I have now just done a little bit of research and found it. I will put a link to this texture pack, which is really just flows HD with different glass, in the description. It's really nice. It just allows us to, you know, tweak a few things. So guys, what we're going to do now is we are going to include the flooring. Now for the flooring for this, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to use some quartz, some pillared quartz, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill the whole flooring with this. Let me just mark out my world edit spots. And a really another cool feature to point out is you're going to be using some beacons. Let's just get these out. Whoops, don't want to face you. So you're going to want to get your beacons out, and you're going to want to place these every 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say every 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus, is a huge swimming pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. Yep, so you're going to want to do that, guys. And that is going to emit this really cool light, as you can see. And that is just going to give it another little touch of detail, even words. And it's just going to add more and more to the build. So once you guys have done that, another thing to do is to fill this whole container here, since it is a swimming pool, with water. And then I will meet you guys back in a second again. Alright guys, so we are back and I've made some more changes to the glass. It's now light blue and it just makes it look so much more swimming pool like, because before it was just like a big white glare. This makes it seem like, You know, the blue is actually a reflection of the water, which I really like and is very realistic. Unfortunately, we have lost that beacon kind of look, so I think what we're going to be doing eventually is putting the beacons on the outside. As you can faintly tell, they still do emit a little bit of light, and that is always very useful. So over here, guys, we are adjusting this just like I said, and the new allocated factor for this is going to be, let's just take a peek. It's going to be too high than this, and then you're going to want to come up by 2 on each side, and instead of going for that thick layer out, I think we're going to come up 2 along here and go for a more slimmer, sleeker kind of look. Should just benefit the build in a way, and it kind of also made sense to use some of this grey stained clay and just come out by around 3, like so. Come all the way back to the build, all the way back to this wall, that is, which is going to be, is this going to be made taller? What do we think? Do we think, yeah? No, I reckon it's about the same sort of size. Should be fine, and I'm just going to bring this back like so. This right here is going to be coming in 1 in front, like that. And of course, guys, there's going to be blocks in the middle. The support's there for a reason, and we've got to make it look like that. And then we're just going to bring another one across. So remember to space this out by 1 block, because we got to fit some bushes inside this thing, or ferns actually, because all we can do is just put some grass down and then put like a little layer underneath it, possibly quartz. I'm thinking may look a little bit neater. You know, when you take a step back from a build, you get a little bit of time to recognize what you can do, what would make the build generally look a bit better, and I've seen improvements. So I'm going to have another one of these things, identical to the other one, just you know, a few blocks below. So that leaves you free space, and this is only a section of the build, guys. We're going to have more spaces for the actual like interior and stuff. Don't worry about that. I think, guys, this is just a tiny bit of exterior work. You're going to want to place that, get rid of the U, didn't see you there. And yeah, the texture pack is really making a difference. Just, you know, that glass. One being Flows HD has been undoubtedly, in my opinion and many others, the dominator of modern texture packs. I know there is modern Buildz HD, which is actually what my Minecraft name is. It wasn't actually related. It's just such a legitimate name that it just worked. Looking sick. But yeah, it was just such a legitimate name that it just worked for what I originally did. Eventually it's going to be changed to Buildz, which is going to be awesome. But for now, that is what it is going to be. Yeah, so it's not related to that, but Flows HD will always probably be the best modern texture pack. One of its flaws was the glass. It just, them little little lead parts in between each glass pane really did kind of make it suck. So that was really bad. The glass was good, but when you want to do big windows or glass swimming pools, you know, that's where it has its flaw. Maybe they'll bring out an update, but some people like Andy as Yoda seem to install a little bit of sense into Flows HD and decide to do what they did, which I am so happy they have done. So as you can see, supports make way more sense now, guys. Whew, finally. And I'm really liking them. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking we're going to have some grey flooring down there. What was it? Oh yeah, we're going to have some glass around here, guys, around the whole outside of the build. So that's just going to give it a really nice look. Actually, let's get into that now. So that will be 160.8. So let's just get some of these out. And counter block, where do we put our counter block? You have to have one of these guys just so you can border it off. Oops. And I'm going to find some sort of very interesting pattern to link all of these together, so don't worry about a thing. If you're thinking, you know, why the hell is this block hovering? It's not going to be, guys, it's going to be actually part of a really nice designing feature. So we're going to get some snow out. Just connect it here for now, and eventually we will have, like I said, a design feature. Hopefully, can we place on top of that? Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. That means that we don't actually have to be put through anything to place blocks. Amazing. So that just means world edit for you guys. First position set, left click, right click, // set, 168. Bam, there you go. That's the magic behind world edit. Love world edit so much. After doing all my tutorials on a single player world, having the ability to do that, it's just, oh, it's amazing. See how much quicker that is. Fantastic. So guys, I'm going to bring the Let's Build to an end now. Thank you all so much for watching. We have only made very, very simple progress. As you can see, nothing's really looking intensely detailed yet, but you know what? It's a start and it is looking good so far. Can't wait to do part 2. And remember guys, if you enjoyed the video and you're looking forward to part 2, remember to pop that like button. Really does mean a lot and gives me a ton of inspiration to keep making videos. And go subscribe for more awesome Let's Builds like my previous one, the modern skyscraper. Check that out if you haven't already. And the download for that will be coming out at 3,000 subscribers. So like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.